G'day guys, welcome back to Dune Awakening. Hope you guys are doing well. In the previous episode, well, I would have to say the highlight would have had to have been the mission that we took from Count Fenring. Well, at least from the handler that is handling the missions from him, from Alara, I suppose. And that had to do with assassinating the glutton, which, I mean, we poisoned his food, but in the end we had to sort of fight him anyway. And yeah, that was really interesting, very interesting cutscenes. And we do have one additional quest to take on, I can't remember the name of the person we need to assassinate, the Paranoid. So we'll do that, potentially in this episode, in fact, but I'm also excited about a whole bunch of errands that we now have from various advanced trainers, and I'm definitely eyeing the Swordmaster quest line, so we'll see if we can try and tidy those up as well. Aside from that, we've got a whole bunch more, decorations going here. Trying to make use of those more expensive decorations that we picked up a couple of episodes ago. Speaking of very expensive decorations, I do have, I guess, a want, really, to decorate with additional banners and the like, but these banners are extremely expensive, as I explained in the previous episode. But I did spend between episodes some time, quite a lot of time in fact, trying to find agave seeds. So you can see I've got quite a few there. I don't know if this is going to be enough for all of the banners that I've sort of planned for our base, but at the very least we'll start with, placing these down, just making sure that we've got the banners all set up. And yeah, we'll then sort of decide what we want to do from here on out. And while I'm doing this, I should also discuss, I guess towards the end of the previous episode, the fact that we, tried to go to, what was the place called? It was some kind of a crashed ship. Here. The wreck of the Mithra. And, I was really curious, but we couldn't really do anything while we were out there. And after doing some research, it turns out that that is actually a DLC sort of mission or DLC content, which, well, I don't exactly have the DLC, and I'm sort of thinking about whether or not I do really want to, get into the DLC because, well, I'm not even at the end game of the base game, so perhaps maybe that's something that we'll sort of mull over. We don't have to do it, but yeah, otherwise I'm gonna have to fork out a little bit of cash to try and get the DLC. So I'll have a think, and if we do end up doing it, it'll probably be towards the end of the series. Aside from that though, I did also want to talk about, oh my god, alright, well there goes all of our agave seeds. I only have 7 left. So couldn't really put too many banners down. I'm just trying to see if there's one more banner on this side which we haven't placed. Yeah, okay, cool. So I'll probably need to again search for more agave seeds. Again, something that I'll do between episodes. Yeah, I mean, I haven't exactly planned for placing down more banners just yet. I'm thinking we could perhaps do with a few more banners on this side, potentially. So I could probably just like place them and plan for the placement right now. We may as well. Oh, and on these sections probably could do with some banners as well, right? So I think it makes sense for some banners to be placed somewhere here. I think that looks all right. Maybe one more on this side. Sort of trying to keep things symmetrical as much as I can. I mean, I'm sort of eyeballing stuff. Doesn't have to be perfect. One more on that side. Yeah, okay. Cool. So, still quite a few more agave seeds are needed, unfortunately. But I'll organize that myself, and hopefully we can sort of continue along this pathway in the next episode. I'm not exactly done with decorations just yet, though, so I think we can go for a little bit more while I talk through what's happened between episodes, because I did do quite a bit of work trying to, let's say, you know, source various materials to continue to, you know, build new things, the Regis level items, and unfortunately, I didn't really have any footage of this, but I did actually encounter my very first hostile player as I was out there in the deep desert trying to get all of that plasteel. Yeah, I was busy fighting other enemies to even notice that some guy had crept up on me, and yeah, they essentially easily took me out because I was a little bit distracted. I mean, I did put up a little bit of a fight, but the guy was clearly above my level. I definitely wasn't prepared for that fight at all, and yeah, they hands down took me to town basically. So it wasn't even a fair fight, I don't think. So they must have some kind of, you know, top of the line build perhaps, but they were primarily focusing on melee and managed to also get a few sort of, I guess, projectile stun attacks off. So I don't know what weapons this person was using exactly to stun me a few times, because I did, you know, eventually when I sort of decided that I wasn't going to win the fight, I tried to, I guess, escape, but he was not having any of it. Managed to basically stun lock me in place and kill me, which was really unfortunate as well, because I had like heaps and heaps of plasteel on me, so I was sort of gutted, to be honest, when that happened. But I mean, didn't really deter me too much, because I did manage to find a little bit more plasteel afterwards, so, you know, all was not lost completely. But yeah, I'm definitely not ready for PvP. I probably need to do a little bit more work before we get there. I mean, we don't even have the best or the latest level armor, right? So I feel like we probably at least need, I don't want to say like the Regis level, but like the Chome armor. So hopefully we can work towards it. Just trying to get some furnishings in this place. Make it look a little nicer on the outside. Have some nice outdoor furniture set up. Beautiful. Alright. Yeah, normally we do a lot of building where, you know, I'm speeding up the entire process, but I don't intend to do this for too much longer, guys. I'm just sort of looking at adding a few bits and pieces here and there. And yeah, we've got a lot of these sort of urns and whatnot. I'm sort of trying to decide how I want to place some of these things. Yeah, there's a lot of small bits and pieces. Serving plates. Carafe. Spice jars. Yeah. There's actually a lot of little bits and pieces, aren't there? Let's maybe not worry about like some of the smaller, finer details just yet. And I might do like a separate episode where we look at, you know, tinier, more minute details. But there are certain spaces that I do want to just like play around with a little bit more, because I feel like it's been a little bit neglected. Like this space down here definitely needs something, right? So I'm thinking we probably do like some kind of a rug here. Deco. Yeah, can we do this? I think perhaps maybe the floor itself is not conducive. Can we squeeze that in somehow? Nah. Blocked. Oh, hang on a sec. It seemed to work just before. Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't work out, I mean, we don't have to force it in, but yeah, this gives me a bit of an idea. Yeah, I guess it has to be in a specific location. Would we be happy with that placement, though? I don't know. Maybe not, to be honest. Because, it seems untidy. But I think at the very least we should be able to get, like, a nice big, like, dining room table. Maybe in the center here, or should I do something like this? I think this kind of orientation works better. So yeah, let's do that. And get a few more chairs and stuff in place. Let's just face it the right way. And I won't sort of tidy things up too much. I can always sort of come back to tidiness a little bit later. But at the very least, I want to get the furnishings in. Just so that I know what we're working with in this room. And yeah, maybe what we could do here is maybe we could have... Oh no! I was hoping we could fit this in, but this needs a little bit more space above it, so that's okay. I suppose we don't need it there, exactly. But I wonder if I could put like stuff like this in, for instance. So what is that? Is that just like a... It is just a hologram, isn't it? Like, is that even... like worth having? Maybe I'll rotate this one. Whoops. Oh no. Oh yeah, that doesn't look too bad. And I suppose I could get a few other furnishings here. Let's see. Do I do... maybe a bookshelf? I don't know, I kind of like the aesthetic that this wall gives us though, so... Alright. And just one more piece. I reckon we get one of these in the center over here, and then we can sort of put stuff on top of it when we get around to sort of looking at putting in some of the finer details. Maybe a little bit more lighting in this space would be in order as well. But yeah, let's come back to it. So, at this stage, I mean, I did mention about, you know, not being properly equipped for fights in the deep desert. And the thing that I was really working towards between episodes was trying to get enough materials to get us that armor. So I think we are there. Let's just have a quick look at our research here. So for combat, we want the scout armor, and what I needed to get was the ballistic weave fabric, which I think I have enough of to create one entire set. I'm also needing, obviously, a bit more plastanium. I believe I've got more than enough, so let's research this. And let's actually make it, or hang on. Maybe there is going to be a limiting factor here. And that might be the garment fabricator. Yeah, okay, so we've got enough for the garment fabricator as well. I just don't know if I'll have enough materials to actually make the armor itself. So let's research the garment fabricator and let's actually make it. And yeah, this is going to be a bit of a tight squeeze now because I'm running out of space for, you know, various machines. But if I just place the garment fabricator, I say maybe around here. Is it possible perhaps for us to move the old one to this location?
Sector weather alert.
And
a
then
large sandstorm is approaching.
Maybe I can move this. Whoops. I guess I might have to build this first. Let's demolish and then just put the blueprint down over here. It does say that it's blocked, but I think maybe we can squeeze it in. There we go. I'm just trying to see if there's any way we can give it a little bit more room. Perhaps if I move this slightly. Blocked by another object. Yeah, maybe not. It does look like it has some space though.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
I think we've got things as tight as it can be. Can I not maybe push things back a little bit this way? Oh, yeah. Something like that, maybe. And what about this? Can I move that? And maybe I can orient it differently. Try to tidy that up a little bit. There we go. And now I should be able to move this that way. This can now move as well, I think.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
There we go. Alright. Good. Just giving ourselves a little bit more breathing space. But yeah, advanced. It's not the advanced, it's the... Yes, that's right. It's the advanced garment fabricator. And yeah, I like the amount of space we have for it. So that looks good. And just sort of seeing whether or not it would make sense to move the old garment fabricator over to this side, or if we should just like leave it alone. Will we ever have a need to come back to it? I suppose there's a lot of unique like pieces of armor that you could make from it. Radiation suits, if we need it. Let's leave it there for the time being, because we might need it. Okay, and we do still have enough power, which is promising. I probably do want to check on my grid to see how much more I can squeeze in, but yeah, we should try to get the chome set. I'm just looking at whether or not I've got enough to make this happen. I believe it's about 150 plastanium and possibly about 150 or so silicon blocks, but if we run into a problem, we run into a problem, so we can, yeah, okay, well, we definitely don't have enough. I don't have enough spice, apparently. So there you go. Gathering up spice is very important. Yeah, I guess I used up quite a lot of my spice in the creation of the fabricator itself, so that's okay. We'll work towards it. Perhaps maybe towards the end of this episode we'll have enough spice melange to get the armor piece. But at this point, I think we should continue with some of the tasks that we have, and I do want to focus on the Swordmaster first and foremost, because you know, I've been banging on about trying to increase my my melee skills. So let's head out and let's do this lab cleanup task. Hopefully we can quickly get those artificial eyes that our master wants from us. And then I assume he's going to have additional tasks for us, but... So, hang on a second. I'm just curious, because I thought we just picked this up. Complete contract lab cleanup. Oh, my bad, my bad. Okay. So it's a separate contract altogether that we need to now focus on. Yes. Alright, there are these experiments that have escaped a lab and we need to clean them up. And then afterwards we can focus back up on returning to the guy. So it makes sense, makes sense. Let's head in this direction then. Right, so we do have a testing station here. We probably have visited this one before, but not with this mission in mind. Hopefully, we can just simply power through everything, considering the equipment that we have. Okay, these guys are very, very oblivious, aren't they? I'm actually kind of curious to see what these experiments are exactly. I mean, judging by everything that we've fought so far, it's probably humanoid. Ooh, okay. There's a big stutter here. Oh! Oh! Okay. I mean, they are humanoid indeed, but... I was not expecting them to be zombies. I'm out of stamina though. Okay. They don't seem to have anything on them. I can pick up these bodies, apparently. I suppose that's something that I'm going to want to do if I am to use... what was it? There was a specific item that we now have access to, which allows you to power your sub-thief with corpses. So I could look into that, but I don't know. It doesn't excite me that much. So is that it? Is there nothing else that we need to do down here? I mean, how did these experiments get loose with all of these enemies in the area? I thought they would have dealt with them. We do need to go back to the trader, so we'll do that. I'm just sort of curious to see if there's anything interesting here that we want to perhaps loot. Yeah, I feel like I've definitely been here before. I recall this place being some kind of like a training grounds or training center. Okay, we've got a few doors that have now opened. Yeah, I don't know where to use this band. I think I saw a door just before coming into this room. What do we have here? Planar. I'll leave that one. Okay, I think we are... hang on. What about hidden rooms? Are there hidden rooms anywhere? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, not really interested in Mark IV vehicle parts, I don't think. Unless it's for the Ornithopter, actually, so I wouldn't mind getting like scout ornithopter pieces, because mine's kind of falling apart, and I don't feel like trying to, you know, make my own ornithopter pieces unless I absolutely have to.
What's that? Where's my
Okay, I think that's it. Time to go, and we'll go back to Pinnacle Station, and we'll see where it leads us.
Welcome back.
Your experiments have been put down.
Your thoroughness is appreciated. We are a man of our word. A pair of Tleilaxu eyes. Simply insert them into the ocular cavities. They do the rest.
Okay. Ocular cavities. I suppose so. He has had, like, as in, when I say he, the swordsman has had his eyes removed already, I think. So maybe he just needs to plop them in. It sounds so easy. But anyway, going to go back to not Arakeen, Hako Village, obviously. See if we can try to provide him with these eyes. Actually, maybe we're being a little too hasty. One second. We do have the trooper training to do as well, right? So let me just take a look at what we need to do on that front. Mentat. Trooper advanced. And the trooper should be... I mean, the trooper is in Arakeen, but we do need to pick up their quote-unquote medicine from Hako Village, right? So let's track this. It says that we need to deploy assault seekers, create attractor fields, deploy gravity fields. What? What are all these things? Deploy assault seekers. Attractor fields, gravity fields. Get medicine from the Souk Doctor. I suppose I need to do it all in order, though? Is that right? Assault seekers. Right, let me head home first, and I'll actually do a little bit of research on this as well. And, yeah, I'll come back to you guys once I understand what exactly we need to do. Oh, by the way, guys, I have also switched our ornithopter to use the boost capability instead of using the additional storage, just for the time being, because I think this is just going to help me get around the deep desert a little bit more. So I'll play around by switching both those two components. Hopefully I'll be able to do things a little bit faster that way. Right, guys, so I looked into it a little bit more, and apparently all we need to do is use a whole bunch of different trooper skills, and I guess that was a bit problematic for us because I didn't really have a lot of the trooper skills unlocked, so I had to respec the skill tree, which you can only do once every 48 hours or so. So I did respec. I've used all of our points, and I think I have at least enough to be able to get us over the line with this particular mission. And yeah, maybe this is a decent opportunity for us to also just have a play around with, you know, different types of skills. So I suspect all of the trainers are going to request that we utilize various skills, which makes a lot of sense. So yeah, we'll have a play around and see what is comfortable to us. Obviously, I'd prefer being a melee focused character, but that doesn't mean we can't play around with various other skills. So I figure at this point, because we do need to utilize these skills, perhaps maybe now's a good time for us to clear out a few different bases in the Western Shield Wall. So we've got a few locations, one being this base here, which is, you know, very, very close to us. So we may as well get this done. And yeah, I'm going to keep an eye out on the different skills that I need to use, and we'll try to maybe switch to the different skills that are required. So starting with the Assault Seekers. So again, have no idea how this is used, but let's see what happens when we use it. Oh, okay, right. So it's almost like a grenade, and I would probably need to just aim it at the enemy directly for it to be effective. So I guess I need to just deploy it one more time, see what happens. Okay. That wasn't the most effective, but I suppose maybe it's not the best against shielded enemies. Alright, good. Let's try again. Okay, it felt like it didn't really do too much there. Unless maybe these guys are just tanking all of the damage, and maybe that's why they just simply haven't died. We haven't done enough damage. Let's try again. Okay. I don't know how to utilize it, like, very well. These enemies don't seem to be very tough, but for some reason we're not really able to kill them using this skill. Yeah, they've just, like, brushed it off, basically. And the enemy uses it against us as well. Alright, well, at least we've completed one of the requirements, so now to switch up to the attractor field. Let's give this a go. Okay, I'm not entirely sure how that works either. But I'm hoping we have a few more enemies to deal with before we need to move on to the next base. Might need to use this one 3 times. Oh. Are they stunned or... Okay, let's hang back for a second. Let me have a read of this. Used as a training device to offset poor aim, the attractor field uses a modified Holtzman field to draw attacks towards its center. Attach it to a nearby enemy and any shot fired into the field will redirect into their center of mass. Okay. That's kind of interesting. All right, let me actually put that to practice. Oh, okay, we've got a few people. So basically, I don't have to aim accurately if I use this device. Ow. Alright. That's kind of an interesting skill. But I mean, if you're decent at hitting enemies anyway, I don't see it as being a big benefit. Perhaps maybe in these situations where you can't exactly see where you're shooting. Alright, well, we've completed that skill as well, so I think it's time for us to take a look at something else. What's the requirement here? Deploy gravity fields.
Brothers, to arms.
Gravity fields, here we go.
Carry them, stand hold and identify.
So can use the sphere to slow enemies and drain their power, or decrease the speed of projectiles. Alright, well, we can give it a go. There seems to still be some enemies in this area. So let's see.
Repel the invaders.
Ah, okay, yeah. We've seen this used against us before, right? So could be decent. But probably not the best if you're trying to get up close to enemies and, you know, slice them to death. So there's the skill point as well. Sorry, not the skill point, the intel point. So I don't really think there's anything left here. We'll probably move on to the next area and make use of the gravity fields there. We may as well be clearing out a few places while we're doing this, right? So alright, next stop. Maybe we just go for this one, which is not too far at all. Actually, I might reserve that for another time. There's another mission that we need to complete by going to the Aegis, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe we go for the nest. Which is just over here, again, very close to our base. Do a little bit of a heal. Okay, you've got a bit of a grenade arc there, which is good, makes sense. One more. It does actually take a while to recharge that skill. perhaps maybe better suited for big groups of enemies. Okay, and it looks like we've completed all of the skill-related components of this mission, so we'll probably go to Hako Village at this point, but I may as well grab the intel points while we're here. It shouldn't take us too long to try and get.
Shields on.
What the hell is happening here? Okay, it's probably on the top floor.
Shield on. I'm deploying pistol. Grenade.
Alright. Yeah, unfortunately for 48 hours, I will be stuck with some of the skills that we've got currently, which, look, it's okay. I suppose I can make do. But I've definitely gotten very, very used to playing a melee build, so I might need to sort of adjust my playstyle for a little bit. Especially if I end up recording the next episode within the next 48 hours, but yeah, we'll see how we go. I think that's it from this location. So I'm gonna make my way to Hako Village, see if we can speak to the Sook Doctor, and then we go from there. Doc, I'm gonna need more meds.
Welcome, stranger. If you come seeking treatment, I have all manner of locally sourced natural remedies for whatever ails you.
Yes, yes. Kara needs more of those stims.
And I need a pleasure thrall hung like a Tarnarian bull pig. We don't always get what we want.
Is a Tarnarian bull pig exceptional in some way?
That depends on whether you would consider a 30-meter phallus exceptional or not.
Did you say 30 meters?
Yes. In mating season, the Tarnarian bull sow burrows herself deep in the ground until a male is drawn near by her pheromone. When the male arrives, it, for lack of a better word, unspools its penis and penetrates the loose soil as it probes for the female.
Ugh. Nature is wild.
Wait until you hear where she lays her eggs.
Come on, Doctor. You and Kara need to bury the hatchet.
She's never even apologized. I don't know if I can.
I'm sure she's sorry. Would hearing that from her help?
Did you actually hear her say that?
Not precisely. Specifically.
Well, when I hear it from her, I will think about it. We did have a bloody good time together. But until then, no more free stims. 1,000 Solaris, or pound sand.
Okay, well, I don't have it right now. Darn, okay. I don't have any Solari with me. I guess I just need to... I need to get some Solari. Maybe I can go to the bank and get some Solari. That isn't really a lot of Solari, all things considered, so... Yeah, you would think that if it's only 1,000 Solari, surely our advanced trainer would be able to get it herself. But anyway, we'll help her out. So that's the tax collector. I'm just trying to find where the bank is. Here. So it should be just straight ahead. Let's grab that. I mean, we're not here just to get the medicine though, right? We do need to have a chat with the Swordmaster as well, so we shall do that.
Welcome. Would you like to deposit? How much Solaris would you like to withdraw?
Yeah, just 1,000 should do. Don't really need to hang on to cash ourselves right now. I suppose certain interactions require you to have that cash on hand, though. Alright, I've got your eyes.
Oh, we meet again. The rhyme of your yes?
Saren, I have the artificial eyes.
You do? Please, place them in my hand. Carefully. Now that the moment is here, I find myself hesitant.
I'm told that all you have to do is place the eyes in your sockets.
The only way forward is forward. I must do this.
The eyes, do they work? I'll give you some time to adjust. Okay, so he doesn't have his eye coverings anymore. So should we just maybe chat with him further?
Strange. I can see, but it is not the sight I recall. In the gory darkness of my mangled eyes, I could see no future beyond these cesspool alleys. Now, I see possibilities. I see a path, thin as the single-moleculed edge of an obsidian blade, leading me to retribution. The self-pity drains like pus from a wound. It is a feeling that's a little like hope, and a lot like hate.
It's good to see you back in action, Master Vowlin.
You have done me a tremendous service. I shall not forget. Now you've more than earned some training.
I am ready.
Let the blade fill your hand. Let the blade become your hand. Be mindful of your breathing and listen carefully to my words. You seem to know the exercise before I even taught you the sequence. It's almost suspicious.
We always get a little bit of that suspicious sort of response from people. I wonder if we were previously some kind of, warrior or whatever, and as part of the process of being captured and, then sent on this mission with the Bene Gesserit, maybe, we've had our memories wiped or something? Not sure. Anyway, we do have level 3 Swordmaster skills. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any skill points because I've still got this, this version of all of our skills in place because we were trying to complete the, the Trooper quest line. Actually, speaking of, let's continue our conversation with Varlin.
What have you learned?
And let's see if he gives us more tasks and stuff. I must know more about your enemy, Saren. Haven't I earned your trust?
Yes, but let's take a moment to enjoy my newfound sight and to further your training. Go out into the blasted desert, hone your form in grueling heat. Should a bandit challenge you, seize the opportunity for practical application.
I will go and perfect my technique.
Off you go then.
So I'm thinking this is also going to require us to use some like specific skills now, and I guess that every single quest will probably ask that of us. Practice knee charge, Eye of the Storm, crippling strike. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna need to re-spec ourselves again to be able to complete that, but let's not worry about it too much. We should be able to just get the medicine from the soup doctor now. And then, well, we're going to have to go to Arakeen, obviously, after the fact.
But until then, no more free stims. 1,000 Solaris, or pound sand.
Fine, here's 1,000 Solaris.
You know, I warned Kara these won't work forever. She needs a permanent fix.
Alright, maybe we're gonna have to help her with that permanent fix, but anyway, time for us to head back and see if we can, well, actually head back to Arakeen. Kara, I've got your stims.
I've been waiting for you, Trooper. The withdrawal is creeping back up. I need those stims. Have you been out in the Badlands honing your skills?
Yes, Sergeant. I've thinned the herd significantly. Here are your meds.
Let's see. Oh, good work, Trooper. I knew I could count on you. Give them here.
You know, Dr. Kumari said these won't work forever. She could look for a permanent fix for you.
No, and she doesn't have to, because you're going to get me that master transmitter.
We need intel for that, Sergeant, and Tuco's dead.
I'm working an angle right now. It's too early to say anything. I don't want to jinx it.
Come on, Sergeant. What angle are you working on?
Okay, so I don't exactly have another in with the smugglers. But I do know a scraphead who's been keeping his one good eye peeled.
Peeled for what exactly?
I don't know, but I trust him. He'll know it when he sees it.
You trust him?
I trust him to know his business. He's one of Fenring's agents in the Haga Basin, who also happens to broker intel on the side.
I'm thinking maybe this part of the mission wouldn't be accessible to us until we met Count Fenring. You've always got a card to play, don't you, Sergeant?
It just looks that way, Trooper. But the deck gets thinner every time. I need that transmitter soon, because the stims aren't going to work forever.
Who did this to you, Sergeant? How did you fall so far?
You've been loyal, Trooper. You've executed every mission set before you, no matter how perilous. I guess I owe you the truth. My lord was sworn to Archduke Ikaz. Our house miner was granted the administration of a remote mining system on the edge of Ikaz space. We shared system defense with House Gauger, the house charged with the actual mineral extraction.
Gauger? What happened?
When the feud between Ikaz and Mortani ignited to open war, House Gauger took the opportunity to move against us. They swore fealty to Baron Harkonnen, who was himself allied with House Mortani. The price of their betrayal was the head of my lord.
Treachery?
For over 5 centuries, we fought and bled alongside House Gauger. In fact, They chose a banquet celebrating our long kinship to drug our food. We slept, oblivious as our lord and his family were slaughtered. Only the intervention of the House Gauger War Master saved us from the same fate. Instead, we were shackled, branded, and sold as Mala. Not necessarily a preferable outcome.
How did you end up on Arrakis?
That's a story for another day. I'm sick of reminiscing.
Understood, Sergeant. Let's get training already.
You'll be sorry you said that, Trooper. It's time to step things up a notch. I have an advanced technique for you.
Again, a capstone skill. Not that I can really do anything about the capstone skill. I think we might be able to get some of these. I might need to look into the capstone skills a little bit more to understand what they are and how to actually get them. This one just says that we need a connecting module. Perhaps maybe this one is accessible to us, but we just need more skill points to work our way there. Do we have another mission from her, or is that the end?
You're back.
What more do I need to do to get training?
There you are, Trooper. I've been waiting for you.
Damn it, Sergeant. You fried your brain on Samuda?
I always wondered, if life is a rainbow, why doesn't it include black? Like the space between the stars.
Do you have another mission for me, Sergeant?
The stims aren't working anymore. Only Samuda helps.
It doesn't help me, Sergeant. How am I supposed to train with you like this?
I need this damn implant out of my head. If Dr. Kumari is a real sook, she has the training to take it out. But it's dangerous. The implant contains an 8 microgram strontium charge. Enough to kill me and blow the good doctor's arms off.
You should be able to disarm the charge with an infrared or radio signal.
Yes. With the same master transmitter we've been after since the start.
Did you get any fresh intel on that?
It just so happens my information broker made contact. Seems a known courier was tracked to a slaver base near the Hand of Kadir. If any slave crews are buying a master transmitter, there'll be a record of it there.
So, what's the move, Sergeant?
I want you to find that base and kill them all. Consider it a training exercise. It'll be good target practice. See if you can find a shipping manifest and bring it back.
I'm on it.
The details are in the contract, Trooper. Good hunting.
Okay. This could be perhaps maybe the last one that we need to do for her. Don't forget, we have missions for this guy as well, so I might actually look into that in the next episode. Alright, we are back. So, one last thing that I do want to do in this episode is to, well, reward myself for a lot of hard work, because between all of those cuts that happen between, you know, the different sections of this episode, I have actually been very, very busy gathering up some spice. So, let's have a quick look at what we can make. And really, what we need is just the chest plate for the Chome scout set, right? So let's immediately make that. And I think it's time to gear up with the latest gear, to be honest. Let's grab everything. And, well, I don't know what I should do with the current gear. I suppose maybe I can just recycle all of that. There's no real reason for us to keep it. I assume that if we, continue along the trajectory that we're currently on, we should have enough materials to keep making another one of these scout or Chome scout sets. Or perhaps maybe we could switch around to the still suit as well, because that's definitely something that I do want to play around with. I do have a whole bunch of other stuff here, which probably is not needed, and I might want to think about recycling a whole bunch of stuff. But anyway, let's put this thing on, and let's admire it. There we go. Alright, cool. Not a bad look, if you ask me. I mean, I could, continue to customize it and, have, say, the Atreides scout variant on, but I think I like the look of this armor set, and I might actually stick with this for a little bit before switching to a different swatch, or perhaps maybe, we might be switching to the still suits, in a few episodes or so. But yeah, I think this is probably a good place to wrap up the episode. So when we come back in the next one, I think I'll continue to progress some of the advanced trainer quests, and might see if we can mix up a few things and do a few other sort of smaller quests as well. But we'll see how we go. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. Drop me a like if you enjoyed it. Stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.